Okay, let's start. Welcome to the VOLTHA TST meeting. This is the 9th of December meeting. Please note that this meeting is being recorded and will be published in YouTube channels of VOLTHA TST. So today's agenda, we want to talk what would be our next release date because it's since 6 months that we prepared the previous release of Volta. I think we should discuss that. Also, what we are going to do about retirement of Onos. And there was a problem about Volta not periodic, Volta hardware tests problem. And other than that, do you have anything to bring up, Abhilash or Eric?
I don't have anything to add, just an update on the GitHub Action stuff.
Okay, great. Let's also put there. Yeah, action update. So, Abhilash, you are the you are putting lots of bug fixes for the incoming release. So, is there any preferred release date for you?
Um, we had a few changes in the pipeline, which there is no patch submitted yet, but it's still in the works. And we want those to be in the next upcoming release,
Mhm.
2015. So I would say Jan second week, if everyone is okay.
Jan 2nd, it's I think too soon after the Christmas break, maybe. We can wait February first week. We don't we don't
Hmm.
need yeah. We don't need any yeah rush. But one
Uh,
thing I want to discuss. So we are supposed to retire the Onos, and I think there will be some specific work that we need to done in the Jenkins jobs, right?
yes, correct. Because all are running with owners.
Yeah.
But for owners retirement, as of now, the VGC only supports the DT workflow. Second, the TT and the AT&T workflow, it's not tested
Hmm.
yet.
That's another problem.
Yeah. So if at all we have to take or retire owners, then we'll have to work on those pipelines actually, or on the workflows of AT&T and TT.
So do you have an intention to test those workflows too, or?
Actually, it is there, but the only thing is all are occupied team members. Um, Getting enough time to spend on this. So probably this release will take it with owners still, both owners and VGC.
Mhm.
Sometime later we'll plan for this. Once things eases out a bit from our side, then if I have resources to spend, then we can spend on this. Probably next year. Hopefully, I should have some.
Okay, what you are saying, we should still keep 2.15 release with Onos and VGC together, right?
Yes. Well, what we can do is we can start off with TT workflow, and if
Yes.
TT is fine, then we can remove Onos, because AT&T is like, we can do it. It's a good thing if we do it, but if we have TT and DT, then we can remove Onos. Yeah.
Is there any Jenkins test jobs currently in Jenkins with VGC?
Yes, there are test jobs with BBSIM, not with the hardware actually. With BBSIM, there are tests.
BB tests,
Yeah, periodic volta combined VGC.
VGC. Okay. Periodic volta combined VGC.
Yeah, it's failing. I don't know. We'll have to check
Don't
this.
know.
I also didn't check this from long time. We'll have to check this.
Yeah, there's yeah, I think yeah, we should check this before the release.
Yes, probably
Um,
something minor which is getting missed because the first test case itself is failing. So I think so something is not getting pulled, or I think so something
yeah,
minor is missed. Let me check this. Anyway, we have time till first week. I think so. We should be able to get these to green at least.
yes, please, yeah.
I'll take that up second to get the pipelines.
I have also checked our hardware tests and realized I tried a couple of them if they are still running and realized they are not able to even start because I wrote to BISDN and they told me there is a Kubernetes certificate problem. So probably I would be able to solve it today or tomorrow. So Eric, probably you have seen the email thread. Is that the way we should go? Any problem with that way?
Let me check Roger's reply real quick. That's the one part I hadn't seen
All right.
yet.
Okay.
Okay, so we sent the certificates and just some instructions. Yeah, okay, looks good.
Okay. Cool. First week of February. So for the next release date, first week of February is okay for you too, Eric?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. So, can you tell us about the GitHub action? What are the updates?
Yeah. So I've got a breakdown. Actually, do you mind if I share my screen for a minute?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Be easier to show than tell. Um, Okay, so what we have here, um, sorry, what we have here is this is a breakdown of every job type, and then to the right of it is every project that uses that job type. So I'm using this to create all of these. So I've got a Epic here, still punching these all into Jira, but essentially it's going to be, you can see the first two, well, I skipped these, but so the first two that I'm putting in, Docker publish and GitHub release. and you can see all those. And so, oops. Uh, so for the Docker publish, it's got subtasks for the
Mm-hmm.
actual implementation of each one. And huh. And this one doesn't seem to have the one for actually writing the template, but it should. I'll need to double check that. But yeah, so for GitHub release, it's just, create the shared workflow, implement it for BBSim, implement it for VoltCTL, and that's pretty much going to be it. I'm just going to keep going down this list and
Mm-hmm.
creating tickets for uh, making each of these templates and then for implementing them uh, on all the repos that are currently using that job type. Um, once everything's in there or before everything's in there, one thing I could use is if any of these are out of date, and I do think we've gone through and cleaned these up fairly recently, so there may not be anything. But if anything's out of date and doesn't need to be implemented, if any of these repos are no longer in development, just please let me know,
Mm-hmm.
and I can go ahead and share this. I will share it into the TST Slack channel
Okay.
so that you guys have access to this spreadsheet. But for the most part, all the details will be here on Jira. Okay,
Okay.
so
This
that's
is
where
great.
we're at right now.
Okay. This is great. Great. Thank you for that.
Hmm.
Is there any update with the actual implementation? So you were still working on the BBSim jobs, I guess. Am I right?
Um, there's there's no update on that right now. Except that that's pretty much I'm going to start putting those into the shared workflows repository, which I need to create.
Mm-hmm.
But pretty much I'm going to make any of the jobs that BBSim needs and put those in there, or at least start implementing them. Um, for one thing, that way everyone can just see what the full implementation workflow is going to look like.
Yeah. Okay. That's also good news. Let me share my screen again. Thank you, Eric. I'll put the notes under this GitHub action update. Okay, so Michelle is not in the meeting, but she mentioned about there are new vendor royalties to be integrated. I'm working on that with Michelle and trying to understand the details to create this new wiki page. This is still under construction. So what I'm trying to understand is we have an agreement between Linux Foundation and BISDN, and in that agreement, there might be still some time that a new royalty can be physically put into the lab, LF Berlin lab, and BISDN can do the necessary cabling and the network configuration. I'm trying to understand the details and specifics related with that agreement. If we can do it until end of next year February, then we can also start as VOLTHA TST, trying to bring up new Jenkins job to test that OLT, and that would be on us. And once we connect it to OLT, I think we can figure out the rest, but still working on how we can physically do the job. That's all I have, guys. Anything else from your side? If not, we can close this meeting.
I think that's all I had.
Thank you.
Nothing from my side. Second, thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Then see you in the other meeting. And I think there will be, I'm not sure when will be the next meeting, but it might be in the Christmas break. I'm not sure. And if you don't see each other, happy Christmas in advance.
Same to you.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thanks. Talk to you later.
Thanks.